This is a video on how to replace a belt on a front wheel drive self-propelled lawnmower. In this case, it is a Pulley Pro 6.25 gross torque. It's a 625 EX. And you can see it's awfully filthy, but this mower actually runs. I buy old junk mowers from people, and I think I paid $30 for this one, but this one runs. The problem is the self-propelled doesn't work. And the guy was quite honest about that. He said that he replaced the belt because the other one was frayed and it just never worked. Well, I think the reason it never worked is that he put the wrong belt on there. So I've got to take the belt off. And I'm hoping that I have one that's a little bigger, because that's the problem here. This is my collection of lawnmower belts. I'm hoping in that pile there's going to be one that's the right size, because this one is not. And I'll tell you how I know that. The way these transmissions work is when you squeeze this thing up here like that, it causes the whole transmission to move. Okay, see how this transmission moves like this, back and forth? That's what engages the belt. And once the belt is engaged, because the transmission has moved this way and made it tighter, then this turns and drives the wheels. So I thought, oh, well, it just popped off, and just came off. So I'm going to put it back on. Well, to get these belts off, you have to take the keepers off. And the keeper on this one was right here. There's the two screw holes. And this is what the keeper looks like. It looks like that, see? And it slips on there. And that keeps the belt from slipping off, under use and torque and all that. And there were two little 1/4-inch screws holding it on. That's what they look like. They fit right there. So I've already removed this keeper. And I put the parts over there in my magnetic dish. But my job is not finished, because I've got to remove the belt, and I've got it off here, obviously. But underneath, I've got a keeper there. But I wanted to show you how I know this is the wrong size, because if I force this belt on here, which I can do, I can get it on there, but it is so tight that this lawnmower would probably be going about 20 miles an hour. So you want a belt that's going to have a little slack in it, so that when you tighten it up, it'll move. This thing was so tight that this pulley was just locked in place over here. So if you could start the mower, it would immediately take off, even though you hadn't engaged it up there, because the belt is too small and is it engaging the transmission immediately. So I've got to find a belt that's bigger, that's going to be in a resting position, sort of over in here, instead of way up in there and touching the pulley. Now before I do that, I've got to take the belt off, and I'm halfway there because I took the front keeper off. And now let's look underneath. I've got this mower tilted back, and fortunately for me, it's sort of balanced. So I can't really get that belt off of there because of the keeper in the back. See, it is snug right there, and so I wouldn't be able to get it off of there. It would just be hanging, and that's the way he had it. It was loose up here, so he could at least use it as a push mower, but not self-propelled. So what I've got to do is come over here and remove that screw which holds this keeper on. So I'll be doing that, And once that keeper comes off, then I can slip this belt off, maybe even without having to take the blade off. It all depends on how much room I've got. But if I can't just slip it off, then I will take the blade off as well. So let's begin, and let me get my, there we go. You gotta get my, I'll get my camera set up here. Around this side where you can actually see what I'm doing. And it is right. Let me get it over here. So we're going to be working right in there. And I think that, let me take a look at that. That looks like a 1/2. Okay, now just for safety, even though this is balanced, I'm going to go ahead and put a toolbox on the handle to help, keep this thing back and not falling down on me. So let me do that. Okay, so I've got about a 20-pound toolbox sitting on that handle, so this mower's not going to fall down on me. And let's see if I can get that screw out. And it, like I said, it's going to be I think a 1/2 inch. Let's see if I'm right. I think so, but let me put a wire brush on it to just clean the dirt off, make the fit a little bit better. All right, now we'll try it again. Yeah, that's definitely a 1/2. Let me get a cheater pipe. This is just a homemade cheater pipe out of some tubing with a handle on it. Give me a little extra leverage. Definitely working. I think I can put my electric drill on here now and speed things up a little. So the keeper is out. That's what it looks like. Here is the 1/2 inch screw that holds it in place. And it doubles now as the rear motor mount. So that's an important thing. You don't want to leave that off. So let's sit this over here on the tray. And let's see if I can slip this belt off without removing the blade. I may not be able to. It all depends on how much room I've got to work with. Okay, so there we go. I think I'm going to be able to get it off. flip it under that way, and then that way. So here's the, oh wow, that thing's about to break anyway. Look at that. So there's the belt, and it not only has it got a break in it, but this, at some point in its life, this belt has been twisted. So when you come back, I'm gonna have gone into my collection over there, and I'm gonna try to find a bigger belt, because that is what is needed in this situation, and we'll mount it and try it out. So stay tuned and come back.